The team at Country Mile Gardens in New Jersey produce designs that are typical of what you see here. They make the designs in model space, but they carry this is the window here that we were just looking at, but they carry, if I go zoom extents, quite a lot of extra symbols. And they've asked, is there a simpler and more efficient way of working? Notice that if we come here, the file size is well over 2 megabytes in size. Let's switch from here and just see how you might present the very same design and do things in a little easier and more economical way. Well, here's a view of the very same design in layout space on an architectural C sheet. And if I select the floating viewport here, you can see the scale is a fixed scale and corresponds to a scale where 1 inch is equal to 8 feet. So there's a new title block, some graphics and so on. Notice also that there is a plant schedule. gCADPlus has a facility. Let's go back into model space to go across here and generate a plant schedule and incorporate different elements from a plant database file in it. But in building the drawing, the idea here and what was done, the idea here is to simply, each one of these symbols is already tagged. So if I pick that one, it's the Japanese Pachysandra. So this one is Acer. This one here should have been Cephalotaxis. Oh, it has. So if you want to use it in any design, it's just a matter of selecting it and copying that symbol and pop it down in your design. I'll put it in the middle of the path here. Then from that, you can also copy the label that goes with it, and the labeling is straightforward and provides quite a lot of ability to move your labels around. That looked a little bit ugly there. The text here probably needs to change position down there, and that's working reasonably well. We haven't got an image of this one, so let's move it between the two images. So we've added images. We can add our symbols just by copying them from this side, and then we can generate a plant schedule. And we do the schedule over here, well away from the design. So I hope you can see it's a fairly straightforward process, and the big advantage is that the file size here is just over 580K. So it's one quarter of the file size of the corresponding one. So we're not carrying a lot of extra baggage here. If we want to use or find a new symbol, we get them from the plant schedules list or from the library, plants and standard symbols. We can simply go through all these symbols and just choose the ones that we want, and then associate those new symbols with an entry in a plant database file. The plant database file is a really simple file. It's just a text file, and you can set it up however you like. In this case, botanical name, common name, type, and a code, and US Department of Agriculture zone and a few notes. And it's easy when we incorporate new symbols. We've added one Cephalotaxis. So if we have a look in the plant schedule here, Cephalotaxis, if we update the schedule, that number will change from 12 to 13. it does up here. Once this system is working very well for you, we would create a block of these, and we'll just call it temp at the moment. And you probably develop that up as you work on your designs. Here's potentially a new symbol. Once you make them a block, the plant schedule here will ignore them. So if we update again, I expect that number to drop back because we were counting that one. That's getting a little esoteric, but let's just update. And then we're back to 12, and all of them were reduced by 1. So I hope that demonstrates a somewhat smoother and simpler way of doing essentially the same thing, but doing it in a slightly more organised and simpler